Wisconsin, I love you. Every time I come to Wisconsin, I gain 20 pounds a second across the border. I just look over in the passenger seat, there's just cheese curds waiting for me. Fuck yeah, let's go. I love a culture defined with beer and fried food. That's my place to be. You guys have a good puberty? No? Me neither. I was fat then also. Yeah, puberty sucks for everybody, but it sucks especially when you're fat. Not only did I have the biggest tits in 8th grade, but they also had peach fuzz on them. That was weird. I was like wet all the time for no reason. Like, I smelled like Fritos bean dip. I don't know why. I remember the first time I hooked up with a girl in high school. She's trying to be sexy. She's like, I'm so wet right now. And I'm like, me too. Trying to lose weight. 2023, new me. Not going well. Whenever you're losing weight, whenever you've been fat your whole life, you always have like those career goals, you know? Like things you're gonna do once you lose the weight. Like people are like, I'm gonna hike the Appalachian Trail, or I'm gonna go bungee jumping. I want to go to a water park and take my shirt off without being called brave, you know? Like, or 2023, you know? I went back to Michigan over the holidays where I'm from. I got in a fight with my friends. They invited me to go ziplining. Fuck you, first of all. No, I don't want to go ziplining. Like, what are you scared of heights? No, I'm a little concerned that the max capacity is my goal weight. Okay. You lose weight though, dude. This is toxic, but my main reason for wanting to lose weight is just so I can smoke more cigarettes. That's honestly, I just want to feel better about smoking cigarettes. Like, cause I'm at that point where like fast food and cigarettes are my two main crutches, you know? One's gotta go now. I'm choosing fast food, cause like with cigarettes you can make friends, you know? Like you can be outside of a bar and make a homie for life. I've never been outside a bar and have someone come up and be like, hey man, can I bum a chalupa? Like, if they did though, that's my guy, forever. That's my best friend. Honestly, why I want to lose weight, I just miss my dick, really. That's what I've heard he's a nice guy, you know? It's cool. My dick's kind of like the giant squid. I've only ever seen him in photographs. You're like, if you know anything about the giant squid, it's a great joke. That's... You do? Yeah, I was right about it. The squid, not my dick? Oh, okay. I was like, are they teaching about my dick in Wisconsin public school system? It's crazy. I thought I recognized you. Yeah. Cheers. No, for real though. Like apparently, I read this. If you've been fat your whole life and you lose weight, you actually gain an inch in dick size for every 30 pounds of fat that you lose. That's true. Yeah, you can Google it. I'm like a Snapple up here. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. My question: why the fuck is this not in every billboard in America? What the fuck is this? All right. I would have been on a treadmill my whole life. They're like, keep tracking your BMI. How about my DMI, my dick mass index? Okay. That information. I blame Michelle Obama. That's the Obama I blame. I was in school and she's like, we'll put fruit in the vending machines. Tell me my dick will get bigger. That's all you need to know. I was outside of this comedy club one night and this homeless guy walks by and he goes, I fucked her so good she made me breakfast the next morning. And then he just continued on spreading wishes. And I remember thinking, I don't have that kind of dick, you know, I don't have breakfast dick. I've got like, maybe we'll get Wendy's 4 for 4s after, but like, that's about it, you know? Some of you are looking at me like I have a small penis and I don't appreciate it. Eyes up here. Yeah, I'm just saying if my girlfriend's going down on me and I hear gagging, it's not because of the size, it's because of the smell, you know? Sweaty boy summer. I need to lose weight. I had a wake-up call. Yeah.
That's not that, yeah, never.
All right, conversation time's over. Now, I had a wake-up call because I was in Michigan and I was visiting my family. You know, while I was there, my dad had a heart attack, you know. And which turns out, if you Google top 10 things to do in Michigan, heart attack's like number 4. Right behind kidnapping the governor and making your own beer. It's crazy. He's alive, I should say that. He's alive, he's fine. He's still racist. He's still kicking. The most upsetting part about the whole experience, though, wasn't that I almost lost my dad. It's that when we were at the hospital, I kept getting mistaken as the patient, you know? Like they just heard there was a heart attack coming, saw my fat ass, went, this is for sure the guy, right? Like I got up there, I had to go upstairs, so I was winded. I was like, hey, we're here for a heart attack. They go, you're having a heart attack? I'm like, no, my dad, you and your dad are having a heart attack? That's crazy. I was outside of his room trying to make a phone call, and the nurse was like, sir, you just had surgery, get back in bed. I'm like, I'm not the guy, all right? That one's on me. I was wearing the gown because it's breezy, but still. I did go to the doctor, though. I went to the doctor over the pandemic. I was 380 pounds. Not what you aim for. I was aiming for 400, trying to get that scooter, you know? And the doctor, she looks at the weight, looks at me and goes, we should do some blood tests. I'm like, that's probably a good call on your part. I can see how you got a degree, you know? So we do the tests, and if you don't know, that's where like they check like your sugar, your cholesterol, your chlamydia, all that stuff. Everything came back good. I'm healthy. It's where it's supposed to be. A scotch the clap. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's done. It's a smidge. What pissed me off though about the whole thing was like the way she read back the results, you know, like she was annoyed that I was healthy, you know? If you're big, you've been through this, you know? Because like a doctor having to give good news to a fat guy is a lot like the judge who had to read not guilty at the OJ trial. Looking at that paper like, it says you're good, but you fucking did something, alright? See you in civil court, I guess. I just don't like going to the doctor, because when you're fat, it doesn't matter what you go in there for, somehow it's about your weight, right? I could walk in there with a knife sticking out of my forehead, they'd be like, let me guess, fell for the knife in the bucket of chicken trick again? Been a crazy couple of years. You guys have a good COVID? No? I don't think COVID happened in Wisconsin. You guys are like, that was a weird year. Everyone was posting all crazy. We were chilling. A lot changed, you know? A lot changed. I changed. I used to be a pretty liberal guy, you know, before the pandemic. I used to call myself a socialist, you know? Yeah, and then the worker shortage happened. My first response when the worker shortage happened was like, fuck yeah, tear down the capitalist system. You don't want to pay us, you don't get this work. But then I went to Taco Bell at 8:30 and they were closed. I became a Republican real fucking quick. I was like, nah. I was in my drive-thru, I'm like, where do I sign up to get my bad hairline and a gun? Let's go. Trying to get off unemployment, daddy needs a chalupa. I do. I'm just saying, we can all agree we need to pay customer service workers more, right? Can we clap for customer service workers? Anybody here work in customer service? Yeah, what do you guys do?
We're vet clinic receptionists.
Vet clinic receptionists for like vets, like the ones that like we thank, or like the puppies. Like that's cool. That's way better than when I used to work at Office Depot. Way less cool. People come in, ask me questions about pens. I feel like if you have a question about a pen, you shouldn't be voting. And I feel strongly about that. Fuck out of here. There's one guy who would come in and try to negotiate with me. Like, he would go to the paper aisle, grab a thing of paper, it says $10 right in the front of it. Bring it up to me and go, I'll give you $5 for this. So confident. I'm like, sir, it's $10, it's right there, that's all I can do for you, 1-0, you know? He's like, you don't understand, okay? I've been coming to this store since they opened in the 90s. You need to give me a discount or I'm never coming back, you know? I'm like, dude, I've been here for 6 months making minimum wage. I'm high as shit right now. I don't give a fuck, dude. What are you doing? Like, that's just so crazy to me, to go to like a national chain and try to negotiate with the prices, you know? That's like if my fat ass went to McDonald's, ordered a Big Mac, when they asked for money, I just showed them my stretch marks, like, clearly I'm a value customer, You guys like that tummy time up here? Got a little pimple right here, I don't know if you saw it. I've worked a lot of customer service. I used to work for Booking.com. They don't like that I say that, but I still do. I didn't give a shit, dude. I had a friend, Mo, he was an immigrant, so he actually had to be good at his job, because, you know, if he's not, he's out of here. Like, you know? Like, he knew how to talk to customers. He was always like, yes, sir, of course, sir. Is there anything else I can do to help you today? And I'm over here like, listen, Rebecca, maybe you shouldn't have booked a non-refundable room around your dad's heart surgery. It's not our fault the doctor had shakes. We need that money. Like, he knew like the whole like phonetic alphabet. You know, he'd spell things out. Like, that's F as in Frank, R as in Romeo, A as in Alpha, N as in Nemo, K as in Kilo. Is that correct, sir? And I'm over here trying to sound smart. I'm like, that's F as in pharmaceutical. I do think we need to cut it out with this whole everybody gets to vote thing, though. I think we need to chill out with that. This seems like a good spot for a rally. Let's just lean into it. I do. Like, we all know someone that shouldn't be allowed to talk to people, let alone vote. Like, we have that I have a cousin. All he does, like, his whole life is he just smokes weed, gambles, and gets kicked out of Applebee's. Like, that's his existence, you know? He shouldn't be allowed to vote. I tried to have an intelligent conversation with him. I asked him about critical race theory. This dude thought I was talking about the horse track, okay? For real, we were at Thanksgiving, and that was like a big topic, and I was like, hey man, what's your opinion? What do you think about critical race theory? He just goes, you need to pick the one with a shiny coat and a strong neck. I'm like, Jesus! Crazy couple years. Lots changed. Anti-vaxxers, they had to come up, didn't they? They used to not be there. Hell yeah! I just got COVID right now. I got hard on Yeah. No, there used to not be many anti-vaxxers. It was like 5 of them. It was my mom's friends and Jenny McCarthy, you know? That was it. Now there's a lot of them all over the place. And it's weird to me because there's a lot of them in Florida, all right? I don't know if you guys have ever been to Florida. I used to live there. People from Florida aren't scared of shit, okay? Yeah, I used to live in Orlando, right? And I've seen people fight cops, wrestle gators, do coke off of Waffle House toilet seats, okay? These people aren't scared of shit. We try to give them a vaccine now, and they're just like, I just don't know what's in it. Like, I just don't know if I trust it, you know? Everyone in Florida is just Shakira in my mind. I just don't know. These hips don't lie. And listen, I'm all for not trusting the government. Like, I get it. Like, have a good reason, you know? Like, I just don't know the ingredients. As if that's a reason in America to not put something in your body. Like, we've all had one-night stands. I didn't know your name, let alone your ingredients. Like, you know? Some of us are having them tonight. It's crazy. I'll see you later. Me and this guy are having one tonight. I'm just saying. You know what else you don't know? You're done with it. All right. You know what else you don't know the ingredients of? A Shamrock Shake, okay? You ever leave one of those things in your car for 3 days and it doesn't melt? What the fuck is that? That's not ice cream. Maybe it's the Shamrock. I don't know. All I know is every March we're lining up at that drive-thru, we're like, fuck me up with that green juice, daddy. Yeah, I want the cherry. Like, I don't know. You know, I'm just saying, we don't know what's in our food. That's my point. We don't know. Like, up until I was 18, I thought kale was just gay lettuce. Like, like you look at a food label, I can't read half those words. It's not just because I'm dyslexic, but that's part of it, okay? I didn't get the DUI joke. That wasn't for me. That was... I'm just saying. Yeah, trans fat. That's an easy one. That's 2 syllables. Anyone here know what the fuck a trans fat is? No, we don't. If I had to wager a guess, I'd say it used to be a regular fat. And now it really hates Dave Chappelle. All right, calm down, calm down. We all love Dave Chappelle. My dad likes that joke. My dad's he's the guy that likes to start shit, you know? He's the guy at Thanksgiving that gets in fights. I remember one year at Thanksgiving, we were saying grace, and right as we finished, we say amen, he just goes, they want to change their name again. I'm like, all right, this should be good. Who, Dad? He's like, little people, you know, the ones with the arm on Jesus Christ. And little people, he's like, yeah, they want to go back to dwarf now. They're going to dwarf. I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, well, how am I supposed to keep up with all the terms, you know? I'm like, you work from home. Like, why is this a problem for you? Are you like sneaking off to the mall and running into gaggles of little people, or however you, a murder, or however you pluralize that? I don't know. A swarm? I like a swarm. A swarm. A galleon? A galleon, okay. I just like, why? I'm like, why do you care? He's like, well, what if I do if I see one out in public? What do I call him? I'm like, call him his name. That's a good spot. He's like, well, what if I see one stealing? I'm like, call him a midget. He's fucking stealing. Fuck that guy. It's midget shit. Fuck him. I'm white trash. Anybody else white trash? Yeah. She's like, I used to be. I drink Miller High Life now. I'm no longer white trash. Oh, called out. We can finish this later, I promise. We'll get that later. All right. Jesus Christ. If you don't know the difference between white trash white people and regular white white trash white people took every privilege and advantage offered to them and sold that shit for Oxycontin. It's true. That's so true. The only reason I'm alive today is because the abortion clinic wouldn't take beer cans as payment, you know? My mom was just outside there with a bag. You take these? Like, you know. My family's crazy, though. My parents did a lot of drugs when I was growing up, and they were also religious, which makes me feel like I was raised by Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy. Yeah, I remember one time I was younger, my mom sold my Xbox for drug money. And like, it wasn't even the fact that she did that pissed me off. It's that when I asked her about it, she looks me dead in the eyes and goes, you never had an Xbox. Bitch, what? Like, do you know how confident you have to be to try to gaslight a 12-year-old that hard? She was like a crackhead Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, this is not the tweak you're looking for. I'm talking about my dad, though. My dad's cool. You know, he caught me jerking off when I was younger and was real cool about it. You know, like I'm 26, which means like I'm like right at the cutoff between Gen Z and millennials. Like, we got any Gen Z in here? No, everybody here is a bad bag. We got one Gen Z up here. How old are you?
23.
23. What was like the first thing you saw porn on? What? No, like a device. Like Jesus.
Well, it wasn't the fucking computer.
Right, like a phone or something. Yeah. See, like where I grew up, it was like. Everything changed, you know? Like when I was a kid, and you had to like sneak into your grandpa's basement, you know? Find his old magazines, you get a paper cut, catch his chlamydia from the 70s, you know? And but then we had like the computer, the family computer. It was like a white thing that just hummed and sat in your living room. And you had to like sneak in like a horny ninja at 3 a.m. But then by the time I'm in high school, smartphones are a thing, right? So you can just watch it everywhere and it's totally cool. So this is my routine, right? Is I go to school, I come home, I turn on the TV to John Down and goes, noises? And I'll just go to work, right? Well, one day I come home and Lion King's on the TV. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch this once I'm done, but I don't want Mufasa's death throwing me off my game. So I pop headphones in. And because I have headphones in, I don't hear my dad walking down the stairs. So he opens the door to see his only son jerking off to the fucking Lion King. And he never said anything about it. He just kind of nodded and shut the door. He's like, I get it. We're animals. But that Nala's a piece of ass, you know? I know you guys have seen that movie. Nala's giving you fuck me eyes. Like, she's like, yeah. He never said anything about it until a few years later I was in college in Orlando. And I get this package from my dad. It's a 24-pack of Trojan condoms. And on the front of the box, he just wrote, Hakuna Matata, motherfucker. All right, guys, thank you for my time. I am Cam Honeyager. Give up
Cam Honeyager, guys. Give it up for him.